technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020,
I don't know if that came through. We're just looking at the PS5 right now. I don't know why.
8 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed, complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from
I'll be
intricate
so
details
fucking real. I
to
have
fantastic
never in my
worlds with
life
vast
seen a game on the
panoramas.
PS5 actually look this
Ray
good.
tracing allows
Who the
for
fuck
dramatic
keeps...
visual improvements, including
Stop
reflections
liking my
off the letter
Instagram
of the world,
posts.
and the realism that comes from real.
Holy shit! Like my phone is going off crazy.
Custom SSD
Alright.
can load data
Like
at
the word.
breathtaking speed,
Why is he on
resulting in
Instagram?
ultra-fast
We have
transitions
content.
between game worlds, and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
Okay, so
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled
this?
sense of immersion to the sound of the games.
what is that Black
With
Desert
audio
game or
so
whatever?
real,
That's
you may not even
Returnal.
need to see the enemies.
That other thing
to
looked
know
kind of
exactly
familiar, but I don't know what
they
it
are.
is. Looked kind of cool.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your
Okay, so
hands
if we're talking
what
about the
your character's
DualSense, are we doing a
experience is
different
inside.
controller, or are you just talking about the
It's wonderful
DualSense
to
for no
see
good
such
reason?
variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance.
More
The
graphics
dreams of the
performance, okay.
developers are big
Well,
enough
then
to
do
be
it.
supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through.
Are you
higher
gonna say we can now do
resolution
both? We
These
can have it
modes
all.
might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive.
Or if you're playing
Performance
Space Marine
modes
2,
emphasize
that's
frame
quality
rate
mode.
and interactivity,
Alright,
typically choosing
performance
to
mode.
run at 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved.
Okay.
When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro.
Really?
We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3.
Okay.
First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5.
Sounds good.
And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games.
If this works, then it's obviously cool and a good
PS5 Pro
thing.
support to new and existing
If this
titles.
works.
And with the big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only
That looks
running
like
at
shit.
30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
On the left, obviously. Left one looks.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2
Is it gonna be case by case?
and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5.
I just
both of which
want
target
Space Marine 2 to
60
work
frames per
better. That's all I'm really asking
What we
for.
see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer.
Okay.
And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On
How much is it
PS5
going to
Pro,
cost?
You can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the big three showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics
Game's
power is
beautiful.
allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects.
I didn't hear very good things about the game itself. Maybe I just didn't listen to the right people. The game itself,
as well as to the
beautiful,
hair
so.
and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference, allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second.
That really looked like
boost in
60.
Ray tracing is also delivering big
It's
wins
just
for
a video.
Hogwarts Legacy, allowing
sure as
not
fuck
only
isn't
for better
60.
reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Okay, by wrap this up, I'm assuming you also plan on telling us how much it's going to be. I swear I saw this exact image like a month ago. Discord real quick.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
What is this game? Tell me what that game is. Like, it's not fair. Is it like the titles of these are behind my webcam, right? Probably what it is. Oh, Alan Wake 2 works better on there. Okay. I mean, if the fucking first Descendant works better, then anything has to work better, right? Like, why would they specifically upgrade First Descendant? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? No, Mark, explain yourself. What the fuck, dude? Hold on. Mark, go back. There's no fucking way. Hold on a second. No. Before this, I had said that my friend had a theory that was like kind of realistic, that it was gonna be $550 with like a $50 edition, right? And I agreed. I was actually being a little hopeful. Maybe it would actually just be $500 and, you know, a $50, maybe a $100 disc drive edition. Not only do we not see any hope whatsoever of a disc drive existing, but what the fuck? I don't know if I can. I was going to pre-order this immediately. What did I say? Did I say something? I swear I said something like if it was $700, I'd have to think about it, right? If I could go back in my VOD There's no fucking way. Are you guys stupid? Like, what is this? $600 was a bad price point. $600 was a bad price point. $600 was bad. This is $700. What the fuck are they doing? Like, I'm not fucking getting this shit yet. I was a day one. Like, I was gonna get this immediately. I'm not getting this shit yet. Are you kidding me? That's fucking the most ridiculous thing. $700. Is this even available for pre-order yet? I gotta spread the word about this. PS5 Pro. Let's look on Amazon and see if this is up. I don't even see it. I mean, if it is up, a Google search didn't show it, so. I don't know what to fucking think about this shit. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to buy this for GTA 6. I'm going to have to buy this. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just hoping that in the next year, the price drops at least something. Like, that's stupid. This is why PlayStation needs real competition. They don't have it right now. Xbox is not real competition. Everyone on that side of things is just buying the PlayStation because in just about every way, PlayStation outclasses it. It's not even like a tribalist thing. It's just an objective fact. The only thing I've seen run better on the Series X, ironically, is Space Marine. I really wish it ran better on the PlayStation. I don't know why it doesn't run as well on the PlayStation, but it doesn't. The PlayStation outclasses it in so many ways, especially with the exclusive, which is so important. So they win that, and then Nintendo's just it's its own game. So they just need people who like Mario. So PlayStation's not competing with that. This is what you get. You get $700. All right. Well, that's the end of this. I'm gonna go back to sleep. This was fucking ridiculous.